we haven't talked. One of my bigger goals in the past couple of years has been trying to get into YouTube and actually being consistent. I was starting last year. I think I got maybe like 5-6 videos out, which isn't a lot, but that's still a good amount. You guys have no idea how long it actually takes to edit. Editing kind of sucks, but it's kind of my favorite at the same time because I feel like that's when I can have the most fun and just do whatever I want, right? So we're gonna do a little day in my life. I don't do anything too crazy. It is the summer right now, so I do have a little bit of like a seasonal depression thing going on, and I can't. I feel like I am someone who thrives in the winter months, in the fall. Ooh, I love being cold. I hate being hot. I feel like it literally just makes me angrier. Anyways, but we're gonna do a little day in my life. My days, especially during the summer, are revolved around me. It's all about me. It's all about keeping my mental health in check because again, I feel like right now, I feel miserable. I wanna be outside, but as soon as I step outside, I'm already sweaty. It's disgusting. So we're gonna do a little day in my life. Really quick though, I will say, I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't know if you guys noticed anything new, but finally got my dream vanity. Maybe we should even make a whole video about that. This is the thing. I love posting on TikTok because I feel like it's easiest to post on there, right? But in actuality, I love talking. So I need to start getting my head in the game and getting on YouTube. Maybe we'll do like a nice little vanity tour or something and I'll show you everything about that. I'll tell you the story of how we found her and all of that. But numero uno, on my Yossi days, which again is every single day, I like to get up, do a little shower, make my little coffee. I noticed for me, something that I need to do for my mental health is I need to get ready. Even if it's in the most basic way possible. I was talking to my best friend Sarah. Shouts out Sarah. I was talking to Sarah about this and she was talking to me about how like, yeah, I think some people say like, oh, if you're wearing sneakers, if you're wearing shoes in the house, you will get shit done or you're more likely to be getting things done. I'm not wearing shoes in the house. I'm not wearing shoes. Hell no. I honestly don't even like wearing shoes. I'd rather be barefoot, whatever. Anyways, for me, something that I need to do for my mental health, I need to do my makeup. I need to do my hair. I need to, at the very least, if I'm not putting on a full outfit, I need to be wearing a slip dress. I need to feel elegant. So we're gonna do my makeup and I'll talk to you guys right now in a second. Okay, really quick. I just wanted to say, dang, maybe I shouldn't have said this at this point. I look kind of crazy. I don't care. I just want to say, I know it's a mess in here in some areas. I know that, okay? But let me say this one thing. I used to think that I was like a type B person until I was around actual type B people. Y'all stress me out. I wouldn't say I'm type A either though. I'm more like a type A minus. Because I have really good ideas. I have really good plans. I am like huge on my list and I like to make sure everything's super in order. But you will see little clutter. You will see messes places, but it's an organized mess that to a Virgo mind, it makes sense, babe. Okay, back to the makeup. Love you. I was gonna do my bangs completely off camera, but I thought we could do them together. Here, I'm gonna put this on right there. I feel like sometimes if I'm not holding it right here, like you guys can't fucking hear me, but that could just be a me thing. Okay, so I cut my bangs shorter. I didn't like how it looked. I see so many girlies online with the short, like tiny little bangs and it looks so good. So I cut my bangs shorter, but they look stupid. They look stupid. So I've been seeing a lot of people say that the way they're styling their bangs is with like an itty bitty little spoolie. So we're gonna try that. Based on the videos I'm seeing, the girlies are saying use a little spoolie and then give it a little swoop like this. Okay. The thing is, I also don't want, oh, this looks kind of cute. I also don't want like a straight up, I don't want like a little, you know what? Actually, I'm talking so much shit, but this actually looks kind of cute. Okay. I'll have a couple of them going straight down and then some going kind of, do something like that, maybe? I think this is working, guys. I will say I need to get some of those little hair clips that don't leave little dents. I'm just gonna be using regular schmegular bobby pins. And then just hope for the best. Fuck, dude. Why am I having like such a hard time with this? And then maybe like a couple, not completely swirly whirly to the side. I'm gonna do that. Yes, we're gonna do that. Hope for the best. I'm honestly already thinking it's looking really good. I do want to get some more bobby pins. Dude, I've been watching a lot more YouTube lately because sometimes I kind of think to myself, like, what is my style? What do I want to make? Like, I think a lot of times based on the YouTube videos that I'm watching, it's like people going out and about and they're doing things. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, so then dude, what the fuck?
Oh my God. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
We're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again completely. Watch the whole video. It's just me trying to do my bangs. Please. I'm gonna put the center one first because as we all saw, that happens. And that's okay. I'm gonna say, you know what? That's meant to happen. Right? Right? Is it kind of dude, it looks stupid. It looks so good earlier. Fuck. Aaron, fuck. We're watching Love Island right now. Not that season, but, and then we go. Actually, guys, what is...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Let's try to figure out what the fuck is going on here. What if we just pull this down a little bit? Yeah, that looks good. How are all of you baddies so fucking bad? Shit, dude. I'm gonna call this a day. We'll hope for the fucking best, all right? I'm sorry that you guys came on this adventure with me because it wasn't a very fun adventure. But I'm also gonna do a little tutorial right now. This is my day, okay? I like to do my makeup the very beginning of the day, obviously to get shit done. I like to do my hair, also will help me get things done. Typically, I try to wake up at 6. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, I will do my makeup, do my hair, do a little tarot pull for the day, maybe a whole spread depending how I'm feeling, write about that in my grimoire, and then write in my journal, and then I try to read for at least an hour. It doesn't always work. Sometimes I just read a couple pages, but again, it's better to show up in tiny itty bitty little ways than not show up at all, okay? Because after a while, all those tiny little things that you did, it's going to avalanche into a huge change. Let's just talk later, okay? Let me finish what I'm fucking doing. Damn. Really quick, I'm looking at my co-star. It's 11:11 right now. You're due for a love letter. Every sappy song on the radio is actually about you. So that's cute. Damn, dude, my hair, fuck. I still have to do my lip combo too, so maybe that's why it kind of feels off to me, but we'll get right into that right now. Okay, went ahead, finished my makeup, did my hair. I have not cut it into layers or anything like that in years. I think it was like maybe 3-4 years ago when I had it like super hella fried. So I've just been cutting it and it was all the same length earlier this year, but look at how pretty. Here, I would show you guys the full fit, but it's kind of see-through, but as you can see, the bottom is super cute. But look at how pretty my hair is looking. I've really liked hanging out in here lately. I don't technically have a rug for the floor, so I just kind of get a blanket and put it down. Something that I've learned about myself is that I really enjoy being on the floor. I tend to feel just a little bit more grounded. I also kind of see it as just like a giant workspace. Up there, I'm very limited in my space. I can't really be pulling out a whole bunch of crazy things, right? The space is limiting. I feel like on the floor, I can sprawl out however I want to. I can do everything. The world is my oyster on the floor, which I guess is kind of funny, but yeah, I don't know. I just think for me, it makes me feel very grounded. There was definitely a time earlier this year where my husband and I were eating on the floor. I guess not necessarily on the floor. We were sitting on the floor on a pillow in the living room, and then we would just use like the coffee table as the table, right? And it's just something about being physically grounded and so close to that kind of, it allowed our conversations to flow a little bit better. Maybe I'm also just more receptive or accepting or wanting to be more chatty when I'm on the floor. I think even like when I moved to California for a little bit, like my boyfriend at the time would always ask me like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I would always just say, I just want to go to some park where there's a lot of grass and just lay in the grass. I just want to hang out in the grass. I just want to talk, sitting down in the grass. I just want to have picnics. Honestly, all I ever want to fucking do is have a picnic, which is probably why I'm a little bit more fussy during the summer, because you can't have picnics in the summer in Arizona. You just can't. I mean, you can, but the thing is, I get super sweaty so easy. I get red and I get irritable. I get irritable and I become a giant bitch. So there are no picnics for me during the summer. Maybe we can do like an up north picnic, like do a little Flagstaff day, a little Sedona day. I definitely want to take you guys up there with me at some point. I'm really bad about vlogging sometimes when we're out and about because I completely forget, or like sometimes I feel like I'm disturbing the people around me by vlogging. But realistically, no one's bothered. No one has ever come up to me and been like, hey bitch, what the fuck are you doing, right? And I'm not like loud and obnoxious. I feel like I am someone who's like very respectful of everyone whenever I'm out and about. I just feel like a lot of people are completely never reading the room, and we need to have some respect left in us. We can't just dick around and do whatever we want. I think so many people have this entitled feeling of like, well, I don't owe anyone anything.
And
You do owe everyone everything, actually, guys. Like, the world was built on mutual trust, respect, or even just thinking animal, straight up animals. You can't be the one monkey hoarding all the bananas, bitch. If you are that monkey, you're gonna get overthrown, you're kicked out of the community, you're whatever. And I think we forget about those things. And in order to be a part of a village, you have to want to be a villager yourself. And you have to want to be the type of person that you would want to interact with as well. You know, I think so many people are just so jaded nowadays and they don't care, you know, like they genuinely don't care. Like, I'll get upset about things and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, but I do. And I'll sit on it and process it. And then I don't give a fuck, right? We just need to care more for each other and step up when the community needs us, when the friend needs us, whatever. Anyways, I don't even know what I was talking about, but I'm gonna do my journaling and my tarot pulls and then we'll talk about that. You guys, was I not just talking about community, friendship? So I will say this, I am nowhere near an expert when it comes to reading my tarot cards. I've had these since like 2020, something like that. It's 2026. Yeah, your girl has not been putting in the work. I dabble. So lucky for me, I have this little booklet here. Again, we were just having a conversation. Well, I guess I was talking to myself. We were having a conversation. Unless you were nodding your head with me, then we were having a conversation, baby. Or if you were disagreeing, that's still a conversation. Anyways, typically my first pull of the day is pretty much just like, what is the energy of today? Or what are the cards trying to tell me? Like, it's a super simple, basic question like that. If I have a specific issue or thing that I'm pondering, then, you know, that will be the corresponding question. But at the beginning of the day, I like to just do, what's the overall message? Like, where should I be putting my intention towards? What aspect of my life should there be a light shining over for me to really like focus in, right? So interesting, we got the Three of Cups. You know what? Should I bring you guys to a different angle? Is this angle weird for you? It's kind of weird for me. Hold on. It's better. It's really not that much different, but I just feel kind of weird when I'm like looking up at you guys. So I feel like you guys are like looking down my shirt or something. Anyways, the Three of Cups. I forget. I'm so sorry. I forget the exact creator on YouTube that I like to follow. She has done videos on the major arcana, the minor arcana, and just like the whole story of the Fool, right? Or the journey of the Fool, we'll say. And I feel like the way that she breaks things down is so good. Every now and then I do revisit her videos and I feel like it just helps like refresh on things. I'll definitely put it like right here or over here. Wherever I feel is aesthetically pleasing, I'll put a little link in so you guys can go watch her videos because I love her down. Anyways, the Three of Cups. So a lot of times when we're looking at tarot, what we're really looking at is symbolism. There's definitely people who pulled out and they already feel it, they know it. I'm new, I'm a baby. I'm a baby in this and I do not know. But right away when I'm looking at the Three of Cups, it's these three girly girls, right? And and they're not girly, I just mean they're girls. So right away when I see this, I see community. I'm looking at these little kind of gold halos. So to me, this does feel very good. It doesn't feel like a negative card. It feels like a yes to me. Let me read you guys what the little booklet says. Also, this is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes, in case you guys are interested. My husband got this for me. I'm on the hunt for a new tarot deck because I feel like some of the ones I have, I'm not necessarily loving. Okay, hold on. That was gonna be, I like to do a top and a bottom, and we'll get into that right now. But 3 of Cups. Let's dive into the cups. And maybe this will be like a fun way. What if we did that, guys? What if we did like my daily tarot poll and then we could like talk about it, see what you guys think, see what I think, and it could be kind of like a little learning thing for both of us. No. Okay. So 3 of Cups is going to be in the Minor Arcana. The Minor Arcana consists of 4 suits: cups, pentacles, swords, and wands. Different elements represent each suit and shine a light on the aspects of everyday life. Cups. The suit of Cups delves into our emotional state and relationships. The suit appears when you need to pay attention to your intuition when making decisions. Element: water, astrological correspondences, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Direction: west. I will also say, after I have this little conversation with you guys, I normally like to write this down in my grimoire and just the overall message. It also helps me. Let me just show you actually. Okay, so this is my grimoire. My best friend Sarah, hey, shout out to Sarah again. I'm sorry also I didn't answer your FaceTime earlier. I told you I was busy and this is what I'm doing. I need to do these things. I need to make these videos to keep myself accountable too, because if not, a lot of times I just stick around, guys. I just stick around. Anyways, my grimoire. And here I'm more so writing about my tarot polls. One of the first times that I actually did this, November 14th, 2020, a new moon. Damn. Why do I doubt myself? All right, babe. All right. So she was in a dark place then, as we see. This is one of the most recent ones. I haven't done it in a couple days. It is, I think, the 13th or 14th today. Last time I did this would have been Monday, June 8th, 2026, 10:33 a.m. I like to put what the sun is in. So on Monday, June 8th, the sun was in Gemini, moon in Pisces, and then my question was, what is today teaching me? Anyways, we're gonna slightly go over the card right now, and then I will go ahead and do like my long form writing in here. I probably won't share that just because it is a little bit more intimate. So again, this is still very new to me. So if you think something completely different, or if there's something you want to add to the tarot experience, definitely let me know. I'm always super open to learn and be corrected. We got the 3 of Cups and it is upright. Thank the Lord. You know, there's a lot of times when I get like a lot of things in reverse and negative, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? And then I'll read my husband's tarot cards and it's like, you're having the best life ever. You're the most wonderful, amazing person. And he is. He's so amazing. He's so amazing. Anyways, 3 of Cups, upright, community, friendship, creativity, pleasure. I love it. And so if you were barely getting into like tarot and reading your own cards, that could be super vague and you could feel like, okay, so now what? What does that mean, right? So I'm so sorry, guys. I love buying things. My husband bought me this too, though. I'm just a spoiled baby. I will say, though, something that has helped me is having multiple tarot cards, just because a lot of times the actual pictures, the actual images that you have on here, like maybe you don't resonate with it, or maybe you're just not getting the symbolism right. And so I have this Labyrinth tarot deck, and since I love the movie, I feel like a lot of times when I'm looking at these actual cards, I can relate it to the movie and think about what was going on or the characteristics. So it's just a little bit more personable, right? So if you're not necessarily feeling your cards, I would definitely look into like getting a second pair or just finding a completely new one altogether. I'm gonna go ahead and read the 3 of Cups in here and we'll see what that says. So thankfully, this book is a little bit more descriptive. This book is a little bit different in the sense that in your regular minor arcana, you're gonna find the wand, pentacle, swords, and cup. In this one, it's gonna be the poles, the junk, the feathers, and the pots. But because I know a little bit, I know that we're looking for pot. Upright, 3 of Pots represents friendship and harmonious collaborations. Inspiration will come from getting together with others. This is a great time to host a brainstorming session and let the creativity flow freely. Back to our original card, our girls are hanging out together. They're having a grand old time. It is a communal event. You see that they are standing kind of like in this little field of flowers. So to me, that feels very very virtuous. Dude, I hate when I'm not holding this right here. The audio thing is gonna drive me crazy. Anyways, with here, we are gonna be seeing all of our girls are together. They do feel very harmonious. This is like a community event. You do see that they have kind of like this sheer ribbon of some sort kind of holding them all together. So I feel like that also in my mind kind of helps like represent that togetherness, that community, that coming together again. Which was I not just talking about that, guys? Were we not just having that conversation? I feel like for me, I really like using the tarot cards because it helps me at least get pointed in a certain direction. Or there are times where I'm just second guessing myself, or I'm thinking like, am I thinking too much about this? Is this dumb? Like, am I being too mean? Am I being too this? Am I being too that? I'll go to the cards and they'll be like, yeah, you're being a huge cunt. Let's stop that. Or it's like, no, you need to be in the community. You need to be doing all these things. There's definitely been in my life, I have definitely taken a step back from community just because I think a lot of times as a Virgo, I'm very much a hermit. I also find that I thrive when I am alone and I'm able to, again, just process everything by myself. Sometimes when you have 80 different people telling you what you should do or how you should feel about something, it can get very clouded. And so I like to hermit up, figure out what the fuck is going on in my life or what the fuck I need to do, and then continue on. So I feel like for me, this is definitely kind of just a confirmation that one, I need to be in community spaces a lot more. And I do kind of have some projects lined up for some of my friends here in the near future. It is the summer though, and I low-key feel like it gets to all of us here in Arizona. So there's a chance that we're all like, let's see each other in the fall, bitch, because hell no, right? I am feeling very excited about this and just my commitment to showing up because I'm a fucking star and the world needs me, baby. The second card that I got was the Tower card. And I feel like a lot of people, you know, they see it right away and they take it as a, oh, fuck. But for me, in this specific moment or atmosphere that I'm in my life, this is fucking perfect. I need to let go of a lot of old ways that I was thinking and just things that I was doing. And I think right now I'm currently in that metamorphosis where I am dismantling a lot of thought processes that I had and a lot of ideas surrounding friendship, surrounding community, surrounding love, surrounding everything. So for me, this is great. Let me read you directly what it says in the little booklet. So it is going to be the 16th card in the major arcana if you're like into numerology or anything like that. The Tower shows up when you are living in an illusion. You must remove the mask and expose the truth of the situation in order to change it. Change is difficult. You will be shaken. The familiar will be broken down and removed from your comfort zone. The Tower reminds you to let go and let the ego fall away. Upright, upheaval, change, awakening, shock. I'll read reversed for you guys just for funsies. Denial, avoidance, fear, reluctance. And so I definitely feel as of right now, I am going through another Tower moment in life. And this is something that we are all going to be going through. We're always going to have these cycles in our life where we are constantly learning new things. I think of life as a spiral and like I'm going to constantly keep hitting the same problem or the same obstacle until I truly learn it or learn my lesson. But each time I spiral through life and I hit that obstacle again, each time it'll be easier. And after a while, you're going to go through your full year and you're not going to have that obstacle. You're not going to have that issue. But it's up to you to actually learn the lesson, to get rid of that ego and really look at yourself and say, yo, how am I fucking this up? How am I contributing to this? Because I think a lot of times, myself included, we tend to victimize ourselves and feel like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Why is it? And I think if anything, what I've learned over the years is things are happening for you. I feel like a lot of times when you are in the center of the chaos, you're in the center of the tornado, it's so hard to see how this is working for you or how this is going to benefit you in any way. But I think it's not until we sit with that emotion or we sit with that negativity or that obstacle or the shitty people or the shitty boss or whatever that we truly are able to recognize the situation for what it is and learn from it and be better. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense. I feel like sometimes I just go on tangents. Anyways, Tower moment. Definitely going through a Tower moment right now. But I think each time that something happens for me in my life, I think, wow, this is the universe just helping to refine my life a little bit more and get me to exactly where I want to be with the people that I want to have around me. And it just only helps to shape your life better. So anyways, I'm in my Tower moment right now. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm devoting a lot of time towards my spirituality. I think a lot of times I think like, you know what, girl, you've got it. You don't need anything. You don't need anyone. But I do. I do need things. I do need my metaphysical angels to be helping me. And I think they definitely are. And I think think I am doing everything that needs to be done. Anyways, let me write in my journal and I will get back with you guys in a minute. Okay, actually, I realized that I didn't even read what it says for the tower in the Labyrinth little guidebook. In the Labyrinth book, this is what that's gonna look like, or in the Labyrinth deck, I mean. The tower represents unexpected, sometimes catastrophic change, such as the one Sarah experiences when Toby is whisked away by goblins to Jareth's castle. So, upright. And again, this is what I'm saying, guys. It sounds like a horrible thing, but I take the tower moment as a good thing. Like, yes, please, let's clear the energy. So, upright. Though the words catastrophe and destruction often conjure fear, the tower's message isn't negative. Like I said, bitches. Destruction can be necessary to clear space for better things. Though goblins take Toby, the adventure Sarah encounters while making her way through the labyrinth to rescue him leads to her growth. Trust that this period of chaos will ultimately bring about greater clarity and insight. So again, because I am familiar with the Labyrinth movie, I feel like right away just looking at some of these cards, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what they're trying to say. If you're looking for a tarot deck, literally, it sounds kind of funny, but you need to find something that's like calling for you. Like, don't just get whatever. Like, it needs to literally speak to you. Anyways, I'm gonna write now. Be our bizzle. Okay, so I did a little bit of journaling. It is currently 3:11. I typically like to have all of this done by like 10 at the very latest noon, but we had a little late start of the day, and when I am recording, I feel like it kind of slows me down a little bit, but don't get me wrong, I love this. I love this. I definitely want to be more consistent with it. I think at the very least, we could definitely do like a little tarot card or like a poll of the day, and like we can discuss that, figure out, you know, maybe different interpretations from that. I will say also, along with the 2 little guidebooks that I read, I will also check online and look at like a bunch of different websites and see kind of different interpretations or advice, because again, for me, I still feel like this is very new. Maybe this is also something putting a light on me, showing me that maybe I'm not so confident in myself when it comes to things. I think a lot of times I don't like to teach things unless I know 200% that I am correct. You know what I mean? And I think I need to give myself a little bit more grace and be open to sharing the process, because the process is really important, and it's also where we're doing like a lot of the refining and figuring things out. I think overall, with both the tarot spread and journaling, I'm definitely currently navigating what I want my life to look like in terms of friendship, in terms of community, in terms of, I guess, just that really. I'm really trying to figure out how I can move through community and just gatherings in general. I think a lot of times I'm kind of more of a one-on-one kind of person. I really don't want to do big communal things. They're fun, but I think it's very overwhelming for me, and I don't know how to navigate that really. So that's definitely something that I need to work on. Also, just figuring out what type of friends I do want. I think a lot of times in the past I was really stuck on the fact that I don't have a million friends. I think a lot of people, or a lot of the people I see online, again, online, not in real life, have these giant friend groups, and there's always been a part of me that really wants that. And there have been times that I have been in a friend group and I realize I don't want this. I don't like these weird dynamics. I don't like how everyone is putting on a persona, or like people don't check each other. And anytime that I have tried to voice that I don't like something, it makes me the wrong person. I definitely feel like I need to work on how I go about things and saying things in a way that just isn't so blunt. But I think there's a beauty to that too, because why do I have to soften myself up so much? Why do I have to make myself so small and joke around what I don't like in order for people to even be receptive or open to it? You know, like, I wish we could have these honest conversations with each other and know, like, this is my friend, they love me to death, and they're bringing this up for a better reason, you know? I think even myself, myself, there have been times in the past where people have brought things up to me and I'm like, you don't know anything, you know? And so I think I've gotten a lot better at just being open to when I'm being a bad person, because I'm not perfect. I'm human, dude. I'm fucking human. And I think anytime people have, at least in the recent years, I think anytime someone has told me I've hurt them, like I've always tried to take accountability for that, because even if it wasn't my intention to actually hurt you, I think at the end of the day you're hurt. So sorry for that, you know? But I think I'm just still trying to figure out how to maneuver through friendships. That is kind of my, we'll say, biggest thing right now. Because on one hand, I would love to be in a communal space. But on the other hand, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I like being by myself. This is what I spend my days doing, and I genuinely enjoy it. I love being super introspective. Or like when I am going out, I go out with my husband. We do, you know, we're going up north, we're going to Flagstaff, we're going to music stores, we're going to bookstores, we're going thrifting. Like, it's, you know, I can do that with people too. I can do that with other people too, and I definitely have. But I think I'm just more of a one-on-one person, and I think that's okay. Again, I need to definitely figure out group spaces, just because I feel like I get so incredibly shy and awkward. Like, I remember I was helping my friend Belens. Shouts out Belens. Go look up Belens too also. Can I put like her website here or something? Go look at Belens. Go look at her artwork. I love you down, babe. But I was helping Belens for her art show here in Phoenix. And afterwards there was, you know, her and her friends and stuff. And, you know, I feel like I could talk to each of them individually. But in a group setting, I just get so shy. I get so awkward. And I remember at one point Belens is, you know, thanking me for helping her out and complimenting me and whatever. And I feel like I get so uncomfortable when people give me compliments. And I'm like, no, you. Like, this is how you're the best. And like, I'm like, let's take the attention off of me. So again, another way that I need to just learn to be okay with those things, you know? Because I think even when I am in a community space and like people look at me, I'm like, fuck, how can I like hide into the back all while I'm wearing like 80 layers of clothes? I have the craziest makeup or like whatever, you know what I mean? So I feel like appearance wise, I look like someone you could come and talk to, and you can. But I think on the inside, sometimes I'm dying and I'm like, oh, damn it. So anyways, those are just my thoughts for the day for sure. I definitely want to be doing more of these little like spreads with you guys and talking to you about it. I think it's a good way for me to learn, you guys to learn. And then if you have any more insight, your own interpretation, I would love to hear more about that. Obviously, a lot of this is also super personal to me, and there's a lot of little details of my life that I kind of leave out because I do want to hold certain things sacred to me. Like I said, it's 3 o'clock, so I'm probably going to start making dinner soon. It's Tuesday. There's a new episode of Love Island. I think we get to vote for something tonight, so we will see how that goes. And then we're gonna take a bath. You guys may not be a part of those plans, and if you're not, this is me saying goodbye. I really enjoyed today, guys. I really did, and I think this was really good for me to kind of let you into my world, because this is pretty much what I do. I guess the one thing I didn't show you guys was like me reading, but like how boring. I'm sure once I get a little bit further into my book, we can all talk about it and discuss it. Or let me show you guys right now, actually, really quick. This is the book that I'm currently reading. It is The Energy Healing Experiments. Science Reveals Our Natural Power to Healing by grwm Schwartz, PhD, with William L. Simon. Dude, I feel like I have to like credit everyone. I'm like, I don't want to leave you guys out. Forward by Richard Carmona, MD, 17th Surgeon General of the United States. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm almost halfway through it. Maybe we can save that for another video and we can talk a little bit more about that. I will talk to you guys later, I think. Guys, I had such a good day with you, for real. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just talking to a camera, so I had a really good day with me. But again, which is kind of what I'm always talking about. Like, I genuinely fuck with me. I love hanging out with me all day long. I will leave you guys with that. I will talk to you later. And yeah, I guess I'll just talk to you guys next time. Hopefully it'll be this month too. What is today? Today's June 16th. I'm gonna try my hardest to edit this tomorrow and have this video up. Did you guys hear how I said hard? I'm gonna try my hardest to have this edited and put up by the 18th, or at least sometime this week. And hopefully I can work on another video that will be out before the end of June. That is what I'm hoping for. We will see. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait. I haven't done this in a while. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and go check out the rest of my social media. Blah, 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 blah. I'm really bad at posting everywhere, but we will get better. The thing is, if I knew you guys were yelling at me and holding me accountable, no, I don't need to be putting it on you guys. It's my fault. I need to be doing better. But I love you, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.